welcome back to Salty Sunshine, where you shoot this salt. How you doing, Mama?
I'm doing great. Long weekend. We're back. We skipped last
Mhm.
week. We weren't supposed to, but we didn't have a choice because you flew down. You were in Miami. So we missed you.
Yeah, very busy holiday week.
Yeah, it was busy, but you know, good busy. Like not too busy, but busy
Right.
enough.
Yeah, not where like you're exhausted and need vacation from your vacation.
Yeah, it wasn't like back to back to back. It was like enough to
Hmm.
fill up days and nights, but we had a good Thanksgiving. It kind of cooled off a little bit in Florida. A little bit, not too much. It was pretty hot during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. I saw the cutest story on TikTok. This guy last week posted he blew up this lady's account. Her account's like Dollar Tree dinners, and she helps people whether you're on a budget or not. I mean, if you just want to save money and you love the Dollar Tree, she shares all these awesome recipes, and it was so cute because he shared a story about bumping into a lady and he recognized like she was getting all the items for this woman's recipe, and the lady said that she had three kids and they were looking forward to a real meal, and she could
Aw.
do this because she could go to Dollar Tree and get the ingredients, and it was like so heartwarming. And Dollar Tree dinner lady, she already had a lot of followers, but she gained like 300,000 followers from that video. It was really cute.
Yeah, that's what TikTok's good for.
I know, it better not get banned in January because I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, that's coming up quick.
You know, if they ban TikTok, I'm probably going to be off my phone like a lot more because it's really the only app I look at.
Yeah, so maybe it's a good thing.
No, it's not a good thing. I enjoy it when I look at TikTok. I want to look at it.
Right. If it was
So
limited to like an hour a day. Sometimes you can be on there for hours.
I don't have what do you call that? Addiction person. I'm okay. I feel like I look at it when I'm laying down and I have nothing to like. It's not like I'm obsessively looking at it all day.
Yeah.
It's just like a pastime.
Yeah. I wonder if reels would be a thing. If
I mean, they would try to make it. I just don't think it's the same.
it's not
The trends and I
the
don't know. It's just not.
algorithm.
Yeah, it's just not the same.
Yeah, the algorithm's crazy. You'll literally see one point of view and then some completely different user will post it and it's like a different point of view. And TikTok shows all of it. So you get the
Yeah,
tea from different
it's
sources.
not as good. I mean, they do trickle on over there, but not all the good ones. Like it's just not the same.
Right.
But yeah. And my dog was the happiest, Lulu. We brought her to Thanksgiving and she just had a blast.
Aw, yeah.
She's so cute. Um, but we did deep dive into two really good programs or movies, whatever. I had you watch a Jon Benet Ramsey documentary on Netflix.
Yeah. That one, I didn't even really know the story, so that was interesting.
So that happened in 96 and you were born in 98. So
Hmm.
yeah, that's way before your time, but it's circulated documentary after movie because whatever, it's so wild, but they still don't know who killed her. But the detective came out and said that they're making progress.
But with what new information?
I don't know. DNA, I don't know.
Because, like, what if it really was, like, just a random pervert who saw her at a show and, like, how are you supposed to find this man?
I don't know because they won't say what progress.
Right. I mean, yeah, they don't want to let the killer know they know. I know.
And I don't want to see one more theory about what someone thinks happened. No one knows. Sorry.
Right.
No one knows. I mean, this is one of those stories. It happened in the days like there was no cameras, there's no technology. It's just you're never going to know unless they match a DNA and someone confesses. I don't know.
Right. And I think it's wild in the documentary. It shows you all the, like, magazine and newspaper postings. And it showed, like, they literally said, the brother did it. They're hiding it. Like, it's crazy the statements they used to make back then.
Yeah, it was so wild. Even the promiscuity of the way she was dressed. It's like she was
Hmm.
on stage performing. You dress worse in your dance stuff.
Yeah. Crazy how they think the dad is a pervert because he has photos of his daughter in a costume. Like, it's literally just a girl. Like, that's pretty normal. I don't see anything creepy about it.
It's not creepy at
He's just a
all.
proud
That's what
dad.
That what's creepier is that apparently she wasn't blonde. Like that's creepier than
That's the weirdest part.
what she was wearing was not creepy. The fact that her mom dyed her hair and told her it was a secret, that's creepy.
Yeah. Yeah, a 6-year-old dyeing her hair is
So
crazy.
that alone, I would put my money that the mom did it just because the mom's wackadoodle.
Right.
Who dyes her little girl's hair bleach blonde to be on a pageant? Like,
Right. And we don't know if just one parent did it, both, and if the mom did it, then the dad might not know. And the mom just died. So like imagine the mom did it and the mom just died and like now we'll never know.
wait, but also they said she was SA'd. So if the mom did it, how does that work?
Right.
Or
Sometimes, okay, there's a documentary that I watched about these two twin boys, and their mom actually brought them to other people's houses to get SA'd. So it's possible.
well, no, it's not possible. Well,
It's
that
possible
she
that
brought
she brought her daughter to do
no, but it happened
things.
in the basement of her house.
Well, I think multiple times. Like she always had UTIs and stuff like that, right?
Well, right, if you're saying over time, but that no, but they're saying when her body was found dead, there it like it happened while like in
Yeah.
that night or whatever.
Also, that night she was eating some weird snack. It
Pineapple
was
with
like,
milk.
yeah,
Pineapple with milk.
pineapple milk
And the mom said she didn't give it to her, and that's not from their house. So she must have eaten that at the party or something. I don't know.
at the party, or did someone maybe know her? I'm thinking maybe the killer knew her, broke in, because someone did break into the house. There's literally like dirt trail. So someone broke in, maybe knew her, and like told her that they were gonna like eat in the basement or something, or
Who
like
eats
gave her a snack.
who eats pineapple and milk? Ew.
Yeah, I mean he's a killer. He's got just a couple. I
All
don't know
the
whatever
scenarios
he
are
brings.
really all the scenarios are really weird. The little brother, like, and then they blame it on the little brother, but he was too little to assault her. And then if he did it, then the mom did the ransom letter, which would make sense because she doesn't want to lose her other kid. But I don't know, it's just weird.
Yeah, I think that because people are like, why would there be a ransom letter if she was killed in the basement? But I think maybe he tried to take her and it just went south and he had to kill her or ended up killing her. But he wrote the ransom note before because he was in the house while they were at someone else's house
It was a
because they
really
were at
long
like a dinner
note
party.
too. It was really
Huh?
long. It was a very long letter.
Yeah, that's the weird part. I don't know, because then you're like, though they definitely didn't do it. It was definitely an intruder. And then you hear other things and you're like, oh, it definitely was them. You just keep going back and forth.
One of the reasons they think the little brother did is because he had like an interview when he was little, and then also he was on Dr. Phil when he got older, and he's a little odd. He might be on the spectrum, I'm not sure. He's just a little off when he talks, and he smiles. He has a weird smile the whole time, which makes you
Mm-hmm.
think that it's a little scary. But when he was little, they have like a video camera in the room where the police or someone were talking to him or a counselor, and they asked him, so how did you feel after this happened to your sister? He's like, you just go on with life. I just went on with my regular life. Like his answers were a little weird.
Mm.
They're like, after your sister was found dead, like you just so he could just be weird and have nothing to do with it. But
Right, he could be on the spectrum, or I don't know.
there's so many scenarios. So
Right,
that, I don't even like listening to it because it's nonsense. Like no one knows.
right. I do think it's weird that the parents sold their house and hired an investigator. Like, I feel like if you're guilty, you're not going to do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Or maybe whoever wrote the ransom note tried to set it up to make it look like it was the parents.
yeah, true.
And they were also saying it might be the people that they were really good friends with the whites, and that's where they went to the party that night. And that maybe that guy was the one hurting her, and he's the one that came
Right.
after they left. There's so many scenarios.
Also, the photographer, he had or was arrested for child pornography. So,
Yeah. So anyways, we deep dove into that. It was new for you. I've seen this a million times because there's
yeah,
over the years, but like yeah, it was fun for you to like know what that was because I mean it's such a crazy like story over the years. No one's let it go. There's people obsessed with the case. Like those people that get obsessed with things and I think at some point the house that it happened in was like a an attraction for tourists in Boulder, Colorado.
Yeah.
So
So weird. An
so weird.
attraction.
I know. And also, I heard that OJ Simpson, which I think they debunked it and said this is not true, but apparently somebody close to him or somebody said that they have a recording of OJ admitting that he killed Nicole and the
Well,
other
then where
guy.
is it? Let's hear it.
But then someone came out saying this isn't true, blah blah blah. But when I saw that, I was like, "You've got to be kidding! Like now that he passed away, are you joking?"
Right. But I feel like it's all talk unless you show the evidence.
Exactly. I'm
Yeah.
done with it.
People
I'm
can come
done
out
with
and
all
say
the
anything.
yeah. I'm done with the rumors. Even the Diddy stuff. I don't want to hear it. Show me the proof, or I don't want to hear it.
Right.
I can't do it. But so we saw that, and then we saw Wicked, which was phenomenal. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was actually so good. And we didn't know the story beforehand, and now we do, and it's even more juicy.
So I don't know why I never read the book. I never saw the old movie. I mean, I've seen like clips, but I didn't really know the story. Obviously, I saw The Wizard of Oz, but we saw the movie was, and I was kind of dreading it because I don't like musicals. But I wanted to see it because it looked good, and I know Ariana's like so talented, Ariana Grande. So I'm like, okay. But then we booked it for like 7 at night, and I tend to fall asleep late at night when it comes to movies. So I was like, oh
Mm-hmm.
crap, a musical? Like, am I gonna stay awake? But I stayed awake the whole time, and I loved it. I was really into it. I could have done with a little less singing, but it was great. And
Right. I
then
wanted more storytelling.
yeah, but okay, so after the movie, Brie and I like dove deep into, all the TikToks and stuff explaining like the correlation between The Wizard of Oz and Wicked, and then that's where it really got juicy. Like it was like, whoa, the love triangles and everything. But I sent you a video like with really good detail of like the correlation, but it gets juicier because I saw another video that went a little deeper. So basically what I sent you is how the love
Spoiler alert,
triangle,
even though everyone should know it.
huh?
I said spoiler alert, even though everyone
Oh,
knows the
spoiler alert, yes.
story anyways.
So they basically tell you part 1 and part 2, which hasn't come out yet. So in Wizard of Oz, you have the Scarecrow, the Tin Man, and the Cowardly Lion. So basically, Fiyero, Glinda's love interest, turns into the Scarecrow. Bach, which Nessa, Elphaba's sister, is in love with, he turns into the Tin Man. And then the lion cub they save is the Cowardly Lion. But, and then the wizard is Elphaba's dad. And, okay, so Elphaba didn't melt with the water. That was all staged. Did you know that?
What? Okay.
What?
That is literally in the first video that you showed me.
No, I know. I'm just recapping it.
Okay.
But no, it didn't say that it was staged in the video I showed you.
Yeah, it did. I remember I told you they talk about it at the end, and you're like, "Oh, I didn't watch
Okay.
it to the end or something."
Okay, so that was staged. Okay, so there's 5 years between part 1 and part 2. So for 5 years, Elphaba goes away, and everyone thinks she's dead, but she's not. Okay, so Nessa, Elphaba's sister in the wheelchair, she's terrible. She became really evil because she has like this. She's pissed off because that guy Bach doesn't really want to be with her. So he was only with
Right.
her because she was in the wheelchair. And so she becomes governor when her dad dies. Did you know that?
Okay.
So she becomes governor, and so she took all the rights away
I
of.
think
Oh yeah,
Munchkin.
Munchkins. So she becomes governor when her dad passes, but she takes away everyone's rights because she doesn't want Bach to be able to leave her.
Mm-hmm.
And when they give her the silver shoes, when Elphaba like returns to see her, you remember she has those silver shoes? She
Yeah,
puts a spell on the shoes so she can walk.
which
And
are
when
the
she
red shoes in Dorothy or in
no,
Wizard of
the
Oz.
silver shoes. I think puts a spell on the shoes so the sister can walk. Once the sister's able to walk, Bach is like, "I'm out of here. You don't need me anymore," and she gets pissed. So that's when she tries to put a spell on him, but she doesn't know how to read the spell because she's not talented in that way. And the spell almost kills him and makes his heart so small he almost dies. So then Elphaba has to turn him into the Tin Man. so he wouldn't die. So
Mm.
that's how he becomes a Tin Man. It shrinks his heart. So then, um, okay, so then Glinda's heartbroken when Fiyero leaves because he leaves for for Elphaba. How do you say her name? Elphaba?
Alpha.
And so to come out of hiding, they put okay. So Fiyero goes to be with Elphaba.
Mm.
Glinda's so pissed that she creates a plan with Madame. What was her name? Madame Marvel or something? Mobile?
You know who that is?
The Madame that works with the Oz.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so she tries to make a plan to look like Nessa's in danger. So Elphaba will come out of hiding and they can capture her.
Mm.
Because she's
Yeah.
pissed she took her boyfriend. Right?
Yeah. I know. All
But
of it has to do with people being pissed at their boyfriend.
but the Madame takes it too far and actually kills Nessa.
Right. The house lands
And that wasn't
on Nessa.
Glenda's plan. She just wanted to make it look like she was in danger, not actually
Right.
hurt her. So because
Okay.
she does that, Elphaba comes out of hiding and they get into a fist fight. Her and Glenda. They get into a huge fist fight. And then Fiyero comes to defend Elphaba and points a gun at Glenda, showing who he truly loves.
Ah.
Yeah. And then Glenda finds out that, oh, so because she does that, they capture Fiyero because he's trying to hurt the good witch, or Glenda. And that's when Elphaba turns him into a scarecrow, so they can't hurt him.
Right. That's why he's a scarecrow.
Yeah, well, all this I didn't know until the second video because it doesn't really explain how they become those things.
Right.
So that happens, and then Glenda finds out that it was Madame Marvel that killed Nessa, and she didn't know that. So because of that, she tries to get on Elphaba's good side and make up with her and apologize because she didn't know that happened. And then that's when she helps her escape, pretend that the water kills her, and then Elphaba leaves the green vial behind, and then Glinda knows that she wants her to use that vial to threaten the Wizard of Oz to reveal his secret if he didn't leave that town.
His secret that
He's the dad and he's the one that did that to her.
oh. So at the end, Glinda's on Alphaba's side.
Yes, but isn't Elphaba kind of a horrible friend for taking Glinda's love of her life?
Oh, yeah. I
It's like
know. All of them.
Glinda, they're like, Glinda's the mean one at the end of the day. And I'm like, is she that mean when she still is her friend after she's essentially betraying her best friend?
Right. Like, they didn't have any beef before.
Yeah.
Like, even at the end of this part one in Wicked, they're still friends.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
They didn't really have
and
beef
she betrays her
until
with the stupid
the guy
guy
got involved.
Yeah.
Right. The guy got involved. So pretty much all over a guy. Dorothy is an afterthought.
Elphaba is wicked, but not in the ways people are saying.
Right, just like a backstabbing best friend.
Yeah, it's crazy. There's all these little interesting
Glinda helps her escape, I guess, and run off with her ex.
Huh?
Glinda helps her escape and run off with her ex.
Exactly. That's kind of messed up.
It is messed up.
So Glinda's not evil. Like everyone's saying that. I'm like, she's a pretty good person, if you ask me.
Right. She has her flaws for sure. But...
So I saw all these interesting tidbits, right? Like, you know, when she's singing, I can't get that song out of my head, by the way. Popular.
Oh, that's the song that's stuck in my head too.
It's stuck in your head?
Yeah.
So when she's singing that song, she gets the red heels and she clicks them 3 times and then throws them to her. Like, there's all these little, like, signs of, like, correlations, but you don't know it unless someone's pointing it out, right?
Right.
So that was interesting. Another fact that was incredible, if it's true, they said that all the singing was done live. There was no... They sang and performed at the same time. There's no way.
I just don't see how that makes sense.
If
Was
they
there
did that, they're literally superstars. Like, what?
like I feel like everything there's just like too much going on. Wouldn't you hear it
They
in the
even had a
track?
clip when they were saying that. They even showed a clip of Ariana and I don't know her. Sorry, I forgot her name. The actress,
Cynthia.
Elphaba,
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Mhm.
So they were saying we just thought it was more authentic to sing live because we're really like in it.
Right, like a real musical.
So they sang live. I mean, and Ariana did more dancing than Cynthia, or I don't think
Right.
Cynthia danced at all. So for Ariana to dance like that, especially during the popular song and sing for real, sing like that's wild.
Yeah, that's actually very impressive. Ariana Grande is like she's
So
a
impressed. So she did say
big
also because
vocalist.
everyone's so concerned about her weight, right? Because there's
Yeah.
such a. But it's interesting because I saw a clip, saying that when she got the part, because she did have to audition, um, when she got the part, she said she had to get like in really good shape, and she even had, she spent months trying to change the way she sings and switch her vocals because it's not the same type of singing. And then also, she said she had to get in shape and lose weight, and she worked out every day, and she got on a completely vegan diet, and that's why she's so skinny. But she says she's very healthy because she completely changed the way she ate and she works out every day.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
I mean, she can do vegan the right way because she has money and a chef and stuff like that. So I'm sure it
Yeah,
is healthy.
I wonder what she eats. I want some recipes
Right?
because I feel like vegan, it's really hard to make healthy food
Mm-hmm. That's what
with
I'm saying.
vegan.
She can do it because she has like money and resources.
Oh yeah.
She should do like a Glinda diet. Like, tell us what her Glinda diet is.
Oh my god, that's such a nice idea. No, seriously. And then you know what
She
else?
probably doesn't want to invite the criticism of like talking about her
That's
weight.
true.
Yeah.
Well, isn't Tom Brady has the same crazy diet? He does that T40, whatever that is. He has a whole book. It's like $100 to follow his like diet and health plan.
Oh wow.
I forgot what the name, but yeah, he does all raw stuff, whatever. But he has a private chef. All these, you have to have a private chef. You can't,
Yeah.
because then you end up just eating pasta all day. Just
I know so many vegans who just eat like pasta and fries and yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
it's too much
hard.
work. It's too much
Mhm.
work to make like all the stuff taste good. But another thing I think what makes her look so different that I noticed from her before and after is her eyebrows. Like, regular eyebrows kind of curve down here. Hers don't curve at all. She like shaved them to go straight, and that
I
makes
know
it
I
look
don't like
different.
it.
Well, it's good for the movie and stuff.
Maybe. I think it should be longer. I think they're too short, and I feel
Well,
like
she
that
she
messes
cut
with
off the ends
the
and made them like
structure.
that, so it
Yeah.
makes her look more like play like that world.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, but that's another thing that makes her look really different. Um, but yeah, that was interesting. Any other tidbits? I forgot, but I've done a deep dive because it's so good.
Yeah, I never understood the obsession with Wicked, but I've never given it a chance or like deep dived into it, and I actually am slightly obsessed as well.
Who knew? Like, because when you
Hmm.
look back at the movies, they look a little silly.
Right? I mean, it is still silly, but it's like interesting and
And the
it's fun.
characters from the original, like,
Hmm.
they made it nice. I feel like they made it cooler now because Ariana's beautiful and the other girl's beautiful and they're just modern and there's joking. They didn't have that before. Like,
Right.
it was more cheesy,
Right.
not
Yeah,
as
like Elphaba was like this evil looking
with the
ugly witch.
nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Elphaba here, she's actually like cute, and like you feel bad for her because she's like cute, but she's green.
Yeah. So, yeah, it was great. I highly recommend you go see Wicked.
Yeah, I'm excited for part two, and I'm sure they would do like an Oz movie too, like a whole
A what?
series. The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, I don't
Maybe
know.
not, but it would be cute just to completely finish the series.
I know. It's not a kid movie though, right? Like I can't like it's too long.
Um, I think it is. I don't know.
So there's this guy Jeff Lewis. He used to have a home reality show. He does like remodeling and stuff, and he's kind of a
Hmm.
jerk. He's this guy like he's just very dry and he's kind of mean. So he's always on Watch What Happens Live because he's friends with Andy Cohen. And he has a podcast that all he does is talk about like reality TV and all that. And he was on, I don't know what he was on. I saw him talking about Wicked in a clip. He's like, yeah, it was good, but like he also was like, it was too much singing. Every time they stopped singing and then they would restart the same song. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, you're not done? Like, we get it. Like the library. He's like, it's enough.
Yeah, that was my critique too. It was like a
Yeah.
super long song, loved it, but then they would act a little and then go back into the song, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's still going.
It was still going. It was too much. It was way
Yeah.
too much. But I thought it was interesting too how they said all the celebrities that auditioned to be like Harry Styles.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
The girl you mentioned, some Amanda Seyfried, all these
He
people.
would have been good too.
Harry Styles would no. I don't like.
I didn't say him.
Oh.
I said Amanda.
Oh, Amanda. No, I think Ariana was probably, especially with the
I'm
light.
not saying better, but I'm saying if it wasn't Ariana, she would have been good too.
She would have been good probably too. But if they sang live and stuff, I don't think she could have done a better job than Ariana because she's
Probably
an actual
not.
singer. But yeah, it was all these actors that tried out. And Ariana, I saw a clip of her saying, everyone's like, what do you mean you had to audition? They didn't just give it to you? She's like, no, you need to earn these things. Of course I have to audition. I'm not this, I've never done that kind of stuff. They have to see, I don't have those acting skills. They have to see my range or whatever. She's like,
I mean, she hired a vocalist before the audition.
Yeah, she had to change everything that she knew. And everyone in the comments is like, oh, she's so humble. She's just the sweetest.
Well, they're comparing her to Blake Lively now because they're like, a lot of these celebrities, they get given these roles and they don't take it seriously and they don't take the whole story of the role seriously. And they're like Ariana Grande, like she hired a vocalist before even auditioning, and it's just like a very different work ethic.
They're comparing Ariana Grande to Blake, like she's better than Blake, like she has better work ethic.
Yeah, like they think like Blake Lively isn't as like humble, and she is just kind of given the role, and she didn't take the story of the role seriously, like the domestic violence and all that.
Well, she seems like a very sweet person, and even on The Voice, like she seems just very genuine and down to earth. The only person I saw that says something bad about Ariana Grande is that girl that wrote the book that she hoped her mom was dead.
Oh yeah. I've actually heard otherwise that she's like not that nice, but she does have a good work ethic.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so that was fun. Another crazy drama. Kristin Cavalleri has come out, and she's coming out on these podcasts with all these like back in the day stories, like clearing up rumors, headlines this, headlines that, and she's stirring up so much drama. I don't know if she's doing it on purpose, but basically, back in the day when Scott was with Courtney in the beginning, Kristin was very good friends with Scott, which in turn made her become friends with Courtney. And then when Scott cheated on Courtney, or for whatever reason they broke up or were on a break, Courtney started to think that Scott and Kristin like were hooking up, and she said, absolutely not. That never happened. I was friends with her, and I've never had anything with Scott ever. Like I've never hooked up with him. So something happened that Courtney got weird. I don't know why. Maybe someone went out one night, and she's like, I was friends with Scott before Courtney, so I'm not going to stop being friends with Scott because they broke up. Even though I'm friends with her now because I met her through him. So all this stuff. But Courtney like kind of iced her out. Like she's like, I would never put myself in a position, because all these rumors came out that she was dating Scott. So Kristin told Courtney, that's not true. Like it's never happened. It will never happen. But then Courtney goes, well, I wouldn't put myself in a position to make my sister think I'm like remotely doing anything of the sort.
Right.
So Courtney kind of iced her out. And then so she kind of just like, never was in that circle again. But then she was saying like over the years, like she's talked a lot of shit about, and she calls them the Kardashians because she hates everything they're about and whatever. And she's talked all this shit. So apparently with all these stories that she's coming up with, like she's been saying a lot of crap about them. And she goes, I'm going to show you right now how the Hollywood people work and how these Kardashians work and how they intimidate you and try to manipulate you. And I'm going to tell you right now. Scott sent her a text and she read it on her podcast.
Which
And she's
I'm
like,
so against, but continue.
so I know, I don't love it, but she could have just like broke it down, like just summarized it, but she read the whole thing. And she's like, just to prove to you how these people work, because I've been talking shit about them, they send their little minion to come like infiltrate you and like soften you up and get you to shut the fuck up. And so Scott's like, hey, he's like, hey, old friend, I missed ya. How's it going? Isn't it crazy? I'm just repeating what I remember. This is not verbatim what he said, but this is the essence of what he said. He's like, isn't it funny how life works? We're kind of in the same predicament. You have kids, I have kids, you're like all this like weird, all this stuff. Like we should catch up and get coffee. Like, what do you say?
Oh my gosh.
This whole thing. And she was like, hell no. You don't think I know what you're doing? It's been like 10 years since I've talked to you, dude. Like, oh my God. I thought that was
Wait,
crazy.
her outing them? And also that's like so obvious.
And some people were like, what if he just like wants to catch up?
Like just bad timing.
She's like, oh, what timing? He wants to catch up now that I'm talking about. I mean,
what kind of tea has she spilled though that she talks about them?
I don't know. Because I don't listen to her podcast consistently enough to know.
Yeah.
But apparently she's been talking some crap about them.
I mean, we all know this. That the Kardashians do this.
But if like Kris Jenner sent Scott to like that would be so crazy. That would make sense.
100% did.
Unless he's trying to get in her, trying to date her.
I guess she's newly single. So.
And she is hot.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
I
she's
wonder,
not 20.
I need to go and look at like what she's outing.
But she's not 20 years old, so I don't see what, because he likes them young and naive.
She likes them young too, so maybe they should try something new.
Right, so they don't like each other, is my point.
Right.
So I thought that was so juicy.
Has she said anything about her ex's new boo, Liv?
No, so speaking of Kristin Cavalleri, Mark Estes, her ex-boyfriend, was on Olivia from Love Island USA last season on her TikToks. Like they're hanging out. I hope it was just like a weekend thing and they never see each other again because I hate them as a couple because I don't like her.
Yeah, it doesn't mix to me. It doesn't make sense.
You can tell the difference in like when he was with Kristen, he was like, more manly, like, and with this one in the video, he has pigtails in his hair and he's acting a fool with like a fur jacket. And it's like, what are you doing? You look stupid.
Right? He's acting his age.
No, that's beyond. You shouldn't act like that at 24.
Yeah.
So just shows how immature Olivia and the other one are. It's like, how embarrassing.
Yeah, it's the reason that out of all of them, those two are friends.
I hope they're not dating.
I mean, it seems like it. But it could just be a small fling.
Oh, I have high hopes for him. I don't think he should go down that road. But it's so interesting because it's like they always have to date people in the limelight. Like,
right, it's slim pickings. I would never want to date someone in the limelight. Even if I would pray, like, if you ever became famous one day or I ever became famous, I would want to be my person before that. I would never want to get into there and have to date.
Worse than the limelight is reality TV limelight. Like that's even worse. Like if
yeah,
you're just dating a serious actor, you can have a private. There's so many actors that have private lives. You don't ever see them anywhere because they're just normal people. But reality stars are different. Like
yeah, all your business is out there. Everyone has an opinion because, like, as they should, you're sharing your life.
Yeah. So that was interesting. Another dating horror story, Lyle Menendez, the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
Okay, you know how they're both married. Okay.
Right.
And I made the joke, like, if they got out, like, the wives are probably like, oh God, no, like, I don't want to see you in real life. Like, no way. Like, I only signed up for a pen pal, dude. What are you doing? But anyways, Lyle Menendez, one of the brothers, had an affair with a 21-year-old while he's still married. And by affair means just talking, visiting, whatever. And so now the wife wants a divorce after she found out. And they've been married 21 years.
She's had a pen pal for 21 years.
Married 21 years. And he went with a 21-year-old. She's 21.
Wait, they're not getting out, right?
Well, we don't know yet. It's been
Yeah.
postponed because of the election. They changed like the governor or the district attorney or whoever.
How has she been married to someone for 21 years in jail? That's insane.
Knowing that he had life in prison, so he wasn't supposed to
No,
ever
yeah.
get out.
She truly just wanted someone to talk to.
Yeah. But now she's
I mean,
like,
that is pretty stable, but I guess you cheated on her anyways. Like, you wouldn't think a guy could cheat on you in prison, but there you go.
you know what's
But
funny?
it is stable because it's like he has life in prison. Who else is he going to meet? This is going to last
So
forever.
you're absolutely right because that show, Love After Lockup,
Mm-hmm.
the girls would say on camera, they make you fall in love with them while they're in there because they give you total attention. You feel so seen, so heard because like they're really into like your day and everything because they have nothing else to do.
Mm-hmm.
When they get out is when all the problems start. So you're right. Like they act so like supportive and everything because that's all they have.
Right.
And once they get out, it's all downhill.
I mean, duh.
It is true. I saw it on Love After Lockup, which is a really good show.
The fact that it can even be a show, like, it happens so often that people go for people in
I
jail.
can't tell you what a train wreck that show is, but it is so good because it's so real and it's actually really depressing, but it's actually like a train wreck you can't stop watching.
Right. I love reality shows like that. It's not people trying to become famous. It's not influencers. Like, it's like real raw people.
No, it's freaking crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
some people don't have teeth. Like it's insane. And they get a freaking marriage or husband or wife while they're in jail and like other people out here can't even find a date.
No, right.
It's crazy.
No, crazy.
So Lyle Menendez, you're a douchebag. How dare you after she married you?
She was committed to a prisoner for 21 years. Do you think she never cheated on him, though?
Oh, who knows?
Like, 21 years?
I
She never
know.
touched another man?
I know. What
But I
right.
guess they have, what are those called? They could see each other and, like, do the deed, right?
I don't think they get that. What was their reason? They don't get conjugal visits.
Why?
I don't think people that have a life sentence are given that. Something like that. Like whatever their sentence
That's
was doesn't
brutal.
they don't allow that.
That's the torture right there. That's crazy.
Yeah, I think I saw something. I mean, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw something that said that.
Okay, so you're telling me she didn't touch a man for 21 years?
I know.
There's no way.
Not only that, like if she didn't touch a man for 21 years, she can't be that upset that he's cheating on her because she obviously doesn't care if she's with someone. Like what?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you could
Yeah.
be that long and like not even want to date anyone else, like you've been alone all this time.
Right.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
That's so weird. Oh, another dating story, which I don't know is true, but it's rumored. Kristen Davis from Sex and the City is rumored to be dating John Travolta.
Which one is she?
Charlotte.
Oh, okay. So she got a new puppy and a new man.
Yeah. But you know who
Wow.
John Travolta is? The guy from Grease?
Yeah.
So you know his wife died, Kelly Preston, like a few years ago.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
They were married a long time. It was super sad.
Aw.
I loved her as an actress, but so yeah, he's been single or widowed for a while, so that would be interesting. And what's even more interesting is that it's always been rumored, you know, they've always said like he was caught with men and stuff, so all those rumors and like if he's dating Kristin, they're obviously not true.
People were saying he was gay?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never
They
heard
said that
that.
about Will Smith too.
Oh,
But they're just rumors. Like who knows if they're true.
yeah. Yeah, now he's with another woman.
I don't know if he is. I saw that and it doesn't make sense to me, but who knows? We'll see if it comes out.
Yeah. Cute.
I know. That would be
Good for
nice.
her.
Yeah.
And him. New
I
love.
know. Sex and the City is due to come out soon. So
It's okay. I'll definitely watch it because I love them, but it's
yeah,
okay.
it's too long in between. Like get it moving,
Yeah. I
right?
don't know what it is with the new trend of everything taking so long to come out. It's literally only 10 episodes and then it takes 2 years to come out for the next
They're
season.
definitely working on it because I saw some filming clips.
Oops.
Speaking of, were you able to watch The Lioness or get on Paramount?
No, I haven't started that.
So good. I'm getting bored of Yellowstone. Just saying.
Yeah, it's like dragging on.
It's the last season and it's
Yeah.
without Kevin Costner, so it's a weird way it started good. It was pretty juicy. The last episode it was a little snooze fest, but I don't know. It's kind of lost its allure.
Have you heard about this Hawaiian girl who went missing?
I've seen that everywhere, but I haven't listened to it.
It's the saddest story. Not because she's actually missing. It's the saddest story that her dad went to go looking for her and he ended up dead when he went to go look for her. He flew into LA, I think, and he committed suicide. People were saying he didn't really commit suicide and it was whoever took her. But then new footage just came out of her crossing the border into Mexico alone with her luggage and she's fine. So people think like she ran away, but I don't know.
So she ran away, but her dad died going to find her.
Right, because he committed suicide from like the heartbreak, I guess.
What?
Because
But
everyone thought that she was taken and being trafficked.
but if she's not responding to anyone's phone calls, then she doesn't care about him, right?
Right, apparently they might have been estranged. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy
There's
because
some
nothing's
there's some
adding up.
crazy stories. I saw another one about a guy that faked his own death to leave his family to go be with another girl. Did you see that?
And the TikTok of the girl interviewing him
Yes.
and how it all lined up, like he literally told everyone what he was doing.
Can you imagine going through all that? Like you can't just get divorced.
Right.
That's wild. And if he
Yeah,
gets
now they're
caught,
looking for him because I think he took out like an insurance policy or something. Feel like it was fraud.
well, not only that, like you can't fake your own death. That's like he'll get
Right,
arrested.
you're like all these resources wasted looking for you.
Yeah, like that girl. Remember that? There's so many stories of that. Like that girl that was driving on the highway and she called 911 saying she saw a little kid on the road and then she left her car there and like disappeared and she made it all up and like they tried to file charges against her.
I remember that. What was the point of that?
She wanted attention or she wanted her ex-boyfriend to think she was dead. I don't know, some selfish ridiculous reason.
You were crazy.
And it's like people actually believe like she saw a baby on the side of the road. I
I
mean,
do
I
remember
believed
that
it.
going around TikTok.
No, I mean, so much crazy things happen. Like, I believed it. Like, there's no reason not to believe it. She didn't look like a psycho.
Right,
But
this is like you can't believe everything
no, I mean,
on the
people are.
internet.
Did you see the TikToker? What was her name? Marlena Velez. That she would go and do Target hauls. She would buy all the stuff from Target, show the Target hauls, and she got caught shoplifting and got arrested.
Oh yeah. That's
And
why
the
people are
reason
like, you can't believe everything on the internet. This girl can afford all of this.
she got caught because she was videotaping herself while shoplifting.
Oh.
So they made the correlation on her videos
Oh.
with what she was wearing walking out of the store.
Oh.
Like I think like the self checkout. I think she would like pay $5 for like $500 worth of stuff or something, something like that.
Apparently, places like big box stores like Target, Walmart, all of them, they don't catch you the first couple of times on purpose and they wait for you to rack it up so that it's a high enough charge to arrest you. So they want to arrest you for like a higher charge, like a
But how do
felony or
they know
something
it's you?
else.
By credit card number? Like,
They have like a face recognition. So they just like keep racking up all these charges. So people think they're getting away with it. I saw some TikTok lawyer talk about a case she's working on and how the kid thought that he was getting away with stealing stuff, and it was actually them just like saving all of those charges and then filing something like bigger at the end.
oh my God. Well, yeah,
Yeah, so
because there's a camera watching what you're doing.
yeah, you know, crazy. So if you think you've gotten away with it, don't steal again because you
But what
might
if
be
they
this
steal
close.
and don't go back to that store?
I mean, other targets, they all have the same recognition.
I guess. That's
Yeah,
crazy. I don't know. They caught her because they have camera of her walking out, and then I guess between that and her social media.
yeah.
And then it was funny because I did see this other girl with the same name. She's like, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me. I just have the
Oh,
same name. It's kind of
poor
funny.
girl. Did you see everyone's talk? Oh, what's her name? Nurse Hannah, I think.
Nurse
Have you
who?
heard of her?
Hannah?
Nurse Hannah. There's a video of like her child flinching and like being scared. And so now there's a trend around TikTok of like parents going like this to their child and seeing if they flinch,
Oh, I
just to
don't like that.
prove that like children don't flinch unless they've been hit before. Um,
I don't like that.
because it's not him just like flinching because like someone just did that to you. His little tiny face, like she was just like handing him something, and he went like this, like he was like terrified. His little face. And then they like went on a deep dive of her page. She like talks about like not really feeding him, and she doesn't change his diaper if he pees, even like a couple
Did she
times.
get
He's like,
arrested?
not yet. And people are like, this is literally like that one lady who just got arrested. I forgot her name for like child abuse.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh my God. They need to change the law about putting little kids online. It's like
yeah.
bad. It's really bad.
Mhm.
I don't like that. So let's talk about beauty tip of the week. During Christmas, My Smile teeth whitening pen is a great tool. I like a whitening pen. Do you like a whitening strip or a pen?
These whitening strips.
I like this pen. It's so easy. You just open it, click it, put it on your teeth. To use strips, it's so much too much effort and time for me. So this is easy because I could just put it on my way to work and it's like dry and that's it. And like I'll do it all the time instead of like doing the strips. So I really like this one. My Smile, twisty. I'll link it, but it's a someone like me that I have too much stuff. Like I can't fit one more routine into my.
Right.
I
Too
can't.
much.
I can't do it. It's too much. And I have very sensitive teeth, so that
Right.
doesn't.
The whitening strips can hurt sometimes.
Yeah, the pen is better for me, for someone like me.
Yeah.
I really like it, so it's great for your holiday photos.
Alrighty.
All right, so that's all we have. We're reading our book. We're almost done. The Last Party. If you want to read it, the main character is twisted AF, so
Yeah, she's a little crazy and I
it's
like it.
really good. It's really good. So hopefully we'll be reviewing that soon. So we'll see you next week.